Hello students, and welcome to this video where we're going to be talking about patterns, and this section is called Follow the Pattern. So as we're going through this section, it honestly and truly might feel extremely basic to you, meaning it may feel like a very elementary type of lesson, but patterns is something that's very applicable to the real world outside of mathematics. We're constantly looking for patterns. We're always analyzing situations and looking at the signs. So currently, while I'm making this video, we have a hurricane that is approaching us, and that may not be the case when you're watching this video, but for right now, while I'm making it, again, we have this hurricane that's approaching us. And so we're looking at the patterns of the storm and how it's growing and how it seems to be moving, and then based off of its movements right now, meteorologists are assuming what the pattern to follow will be in the future. And so it's not yet made landfall, but we're assuming, because of the direction and the pattern that it's moving in now, we can assume where we believe it will hit. And so patterns, again, are just something that we look at all the time. You probably look for patterns maybe in somebody's behavior. If you have a child, you look at things that they routinely do, and because you know that's a pattern of behavior that they seem to have, it helps you determine, okay, I better do this to prevent that pattern of behavior. So in respect to math, I have the slide here that says what will come next. And so a lot of these are pretty simple to look at and to assume, but you're just analyzing what is around something. So if I look at my balloons, I got 14, 12, 10, I'm missing a number, and then 6, and I'm missing a number. And so I can look, well, from 14 to 12 it appears that I subtracted 2, and from 12 to 10 I subtracted 2. If I want to assume that I subtract 2 again, that would get me 8. And if I subtract 2 again, that would give me the 6 that I have. So I can make a pretty good assumption that, yeah, I must be subtracting by 2, so my last balloon would have 4 in it. Same idea with these shapes here. I have red triangle, blue triangle, red triangle, blue triangle. So I can probably assume that I'm going to have a red triangle here and then a blue triangle here. Green square, yellow square, green square, yellow square. So I can assume that I'm going to have a green square and then a yellow square. So you're looking just at the information that is around you and trying to see, are there any patterns? And as you can see from the slide, I can do that with shapes. I can do that with numbers. I can do it with colors. There's a lot of different things that I can analyze when considering patterns. So one way to practice recognizing patterns and anticipating where they will lead is to study strings of numbers and letters to look for a pattern. So I encourage you to try to flip to page 112 of your book and to work on numbers 1 through 8. I think that's a really good section to work on within your textbook while working with patterns.